All right, good Tuesday afternoon, rainy day here in Georgia. It's your boy Savar Matner. Today we're talking a little about fitness. So the last 2 weeks, guys, I've been doing some training. 2 weeks ago I was at the gym. I did a lot of machine work, and then last week I did a lot of compound lifts. For full disclosure, I am back on creatine. I have been cycling it for the last couple of weeks. I have gained about 5 pounds of water weight. The day that I deadlifted, I think I was at 169. I'm up from 165, so 164. So I've been putting back on water weight, been eating a lot of carbs because I've been doing a lot of volume and a lot of muscle building. So, with that being said, you want to up your carbs to have a real good workout. But this is going over the last 2 weeks of training that I did. And so I'm doing a voiceover because I don't want to get copyright struck from music and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Let me click down here. And here we go. So at the gym, this is an incline machine, incline bench machine. And it was really a warm up. I really didn't go all out on this particular machine. It felt good on the upper pecs, however, because it's positioned in a way to where it keeps constant tension right on the upper pec. As you can see here, the seat is all the way up. A lot of people, when they bench, they have the seat all the way down. And a lot of times, your arms being here to activate the chest more. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me make myself big so you can see. It might. There we go. So when you have your arms out like this here and you bench, you don't see your chest activate too much. When you lower your arms down and you come in and you bench, see how much activation I'm getting now on that pec right here? See, you can see the top part. I'm getting to some light. Light's horrible. There we go. See how that pec, the fiber across the pec is moving, right? That fiber right there is moving, right? If I bring my arms out wide, you don't really see that. The moment I bring them down and come in, there we go. You can see the pec, how it's contracting right there. Like I say, horrible lighting in here, guys. It's not ideal because outside it's cloudy. So, but yeah. So right here, you can see how that pec is moving. Right, I got my arms tucked down. Right, tucked. You come up wide, you lose a lot of that. That's what I'm trying to show you here. See the difference? You can actually see the fibers. You can see them. Right. I come wide and do this, you don't see that too much. You don't see that contract. You can't contract it like you can when you come down here and you push. It's a whole different contraction, right? So that machine is good. It keeps my arms here. A lot of us like to lean way down and bench, and it's okay if you're doing a guillotine press to really stretch this out. But when you're trying to build muscle, you want to be able to activate that chest a lot more, right, than being wide and try to activate. You can see it clearly in my shirt. Come down, took elbows, push. Look at that chest. If I'm up like this here, wide and I press, you don't see that contraction too much. It's there, but it's nothing like coming down here and contracting that chest. You see how much deeper it is. And you feel it more in your chest, not your shoulders. Style point that out. So anyway, did a quick warm-up set. Nothing too crazy. And notice I'm going nice and slow in the eccentric. Nice and slow. I'm being explosive going up. I'm easy. I'm not letting the weight drop. I'm controlling it coming down. And honestly, I could have probably slowed down a little bit more, but it was a warm-up set. It wasn't like I was going too heavy, just enough to get blood in the muscle and go from there. Now, this is a decline press. And as you can see, I got the bench up high. I'm not sitting low. Once again, I want to bring my elbows down to activate the chest more. The chest fibers connect right here to your front delt. It connects. So the wider you go, the less tension you're putting on the chest. You're putting it more on the front delt and your shoulder, right? That's something to remember. When you're doing your flies, I seen Sam Sulek training with, what's the guy name, man? He plays second. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. They just dropped a video with the guy's sponsor. It'll come to me later on down the line. I'll put his name down. But anyway, they were doing, seated flies, right? Seated pec deck flies. And Sam Sulek said he's feeling a lot more up here. Well, his arms was like this here. If he could have just raised the seat up and brought his arms down to position and go from here, you'll feel it more in the chest. So when you are doing your lifts, adjust the seat. Remember, you want your elbows and your shoulders to be down. This activates the chest a lot more. Any machine, when you're sitting like this here, you're gonna put more on your shoulders, less in the chest. You might stretch out these fibers. It might be in the eccentric a lot longer, so you're doing some muscle tear. But to get the full benefit, raise the seat up, lower the elbows down to about 45 degrees, lower the shoulders down, activate the fibers, and go from there. Same with a fly, same with a bench. You don't want to go too wide or too heavy because you're going to put more in the shoulders. The front delt always get a lot of work as it is. So you can see the lower pecs, how they're activating. I'm squeezing my chest. I'm easing the weight down, being explosive going up. Like I said, the seat is elevated, so my shoulders can be into the proper position. Just taking my time, really want to work that chest. That is the weakest part actually on my body, is my chest, because I always used to bench wide, and I was always shoulder dominant. So as of late, I've been really keeping myself from doing that and really focusing on keeping my elbows tucked to the side while I press. And the muscle has been responding. The chest has been responding a lot better. When I first started really lifting weights, I was training for strength. Powerlifting, you want to go wide with the bar. But you still want to have a chest. You want to build a foundation. So I'm really frying my chest. Now, you can see on this fly, you can see how my chest is activating. My arms is down. They're not high. They're down. And you can clearly see how my chest is contracting right in the middle. I'm taking my time. I think I had 120 pounds on there. Nothing too crazy. Putting my mind into the muscle. Squeezing as I'm bringing it in. And keeping it contracted as I let the weight go down. And then right here, I'm telling the lady next to me, because she was saying she feeling her shoulders as well, you have to raise the seat up. That's what I was trying to explain to her, just bring the seat up. Now I'm doing rows, attacking the back, and taking my time. You can see my lats. You can see them. I'm easing forward. I'm not letting the weight drop. Nothing too crazy heavy. It's all about getting the reps in, good quality reps, being explosive on the concentric, and fighting the eccentric. So bringing it in, contracting, then letting this eccentric do the muscle tearing. Trying to fight on the way down, resisting it, holding it. That's when you do most of the damage to a muscle, the eccentric. You can get contractional failing, right? Well, you can't contract the muscle no more, right? Concentric failing is what it's called. And then you can use some overloading tactics like eccentric, just slowing down the eccentric a little bit more, extending that in that elongated range, length and partial range. So here I'm doing some lat pull downs with the machine. I'm taking my time. Nothing too crazy. I had started off with 70, and then I decided to do a 50-pound set here. Nothing crazy, man. Just taking my time, really focusing on the lats, the rhomboids, all those muscles in the upper back. Next is pull-ups. Now, I know some people are going to say, why didn't I do my pull-ups, right, before the back workout? I like to fry my back. And after I beat it up with weights, pull-ups is a way to fry them. Now, if I just want to do a back workout, pull-ups. You can just do a few set of pull-ups a day. I wouldn't say every day, but at least 3 times a week, and build a nice pack, because it takes upper back strength to be able to do a pull-up. In my case, it's more of a chin-up because my arms, this is supinate. This is more of a pull-up. This is more of a chin-up. This way works the back as well, but it includes more biceps. This way, take the biceps out and put it all on the back. This way is much more harder. It requires a lot more upper back strength and latissimus dorsi strength, your lats, versus doing pull-ups where the biceps can come in. You get a nice little bicep workout as well, but you're taking some emphasis off the back, even though the same muscles are being worked. But having a pull-up in your regimen is good. Guys, I got like 5 reps. My back was already fried. Just trying to overload it, just putting it through the range of motion. Trying to get every little thing out of it, putting the nervous system in an uncomfortable predicament, pretty much. And so then I did some oh Lord, I just went blank. Shit, I can't even think of this exercise. I done went fucking blank. Tricep, shit, not tricep kickbacks, dips. Fucking dips. I had a fucking brain fart. I'm gonna go back to the dips. Let me go back to the dips. I had a goddamn brain fucking. Yeah, anyway, dips believe it or not, it targets the back. But you know, when you see me do the dips, I'm gonna lean a little bit forward because I'm trying to emphasize the chest, not so much the triceps. Triceps getting the workout, but I'm leaning forward because I want to put a little bit load on the top part of my chest. But the back come into play. A lot of stabilizer muscles come into play, and so dips should be added in your workout. And you can see every time I go down, I'm leaning a little bit forward and bringing myself up. I'm trying to lean down to activate the chest. Now, a lot of you guys seen this on my story. 30-pound dumbbells, nothing crazy, no heavy ass weight. I'm putting my mind into the biceps. I'm training the biceps. I'm being explosive in the concentric, easing down the eccentric. I'm not just tossing weight. I'm actually letting the muscle control the weight down. I'm keeping a certain tempo. And you can see I'm getting close to failure because the weight's slowing down on the concentric. It's getting harder to contract. That's concentric failing. That's part of failing. And then I can't even get up no more. I know my muscle hit failure. Next, I went to the 40s to try to just to deplete the muscle of the glycogen stores and to really to put it in a little overload position. And honestly, I was surprised I even got this 3 times. I thought maybe once, maybe twice. But when I got it 3 times, like, okay, there was a little bit left in the tank. Couldn't get it up no damn more. Couldn't get no more. That was it. It was done. So the next day was legs. Now, for full disclosure, after that, I did some cardio. This is my leg day. Normally on leg days, I only do quads. And the reason for that, I tend to deadlift the next day. Now, this is my week of non-deadlifting. So in the gym, I'm going to do quads and hamstrings. But you're going to see as this video progresses, when I do the barbell lifts, the compound lifts, I didn't do no hamstring work because I was deadlifting the next day. And the hamstring plays a big factor when you deadlift. So I decided to do the seated leg press instead of doing the lying leg press. You press up at an angle. This is a seated leg press. Notice how the seat, you can't adjust this. This is the way the machine is. But if you notice, my back is against the pad. My glute is going down a little bit. That's just the way it is to get you in there. And you know, a lot of people tell you to bring your legs all the way to your chest. Well, a lot of times what that happens when your hamstring is tight, you round your hips like this here. So a lot of people start feeling that uncomfortable feeling in their lower back. So you're going to see me bring that weight until my legs are pretty much at a 90-degree angle. It's going to be hard to do. But pretty much at a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to see me press out. I'm getting a real good workout with the quads. Not from the fry them. This is a fry set. So see how I'm stopping, going right to 90? I'm kicking out. I'm kicking out. I'm fighting the weight as it's going down, trying to kick hard going out. Just taking my time. And just doing the workout. The lady next to me is doing a line leg curl, so she's working hamstrings. So I was trying not to get in her shot, so we kind of had a little talk before the camera. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna try to get into your shot." Everybody's filming, so you know, it was one of those things. I know some of you guys were like, "Oh my gosh, she's hot." She was cool. She's actually a power lifter, actually. So we had a good little conversation. But anyway, lifting weights. Taking my time, like I say, leg press, nothing too crazy at all. Nothing crazy at all. Nice and slow. I'm fighting the weight. I'm trying to kill the quads. I'm trying to put my quads in an uncomfortable position. And you see I'm lowering that stack as I go. I'm lowering the stack down. Get right back to position. Keeping myself against the pad. Trying to let my hips round up. Just keeping my mind, you know, my mind into my quads. I want the quads to do its thing. And I'm just trying to overload it. My leg has never really been a weak point, but as of late, I really wasn't doing a lot of leg pressing. I haven't really been doing a lot of squats. And so, you know, I really wanted to fry my legs. I know somebody says a lot of volume. For me, I'm used to it. I built up a tolerance. What I can tell you is don't dive into this and do the amount of volume that I'm doing because you will overtrain yourself. This is something that I'm accustomed to, but too much volume can be a bad thing. Recovery will take a lot longer. Just like when you do a lot of strength training, it'll take a lot longer if you do too much of it for recovery. And it can be a very move-changing emotional adjustment because the way the nervous system is under constant stress. I'm really killing my quads. I'm forcing my body to do a lot. Notice how I'm slowing down the eccentric because the weight got real light. Now I'm going to take off, I think, the 10 pounds that was on top. No, it's still in there. I lower the weight down. You can probably see the two circle weights. Those are 5-pound weights, so I added an extra 10 pounds. Now I want to give my left leg some attention because that quad's a little bit smaller than the right because I'm right side dominant. So I'm giving the left leg some love and trying to overload it as much as I can. Once again, guys, don't do this amount of reps and volume. To me, I can handle it. I'm used to doing stuff like this. The average person might look at this and say, hey, you know, Savar, you're overtraining. I'm used to it. So you got to build up a tolerance. Now, I love this leg extension machine. It isometrically make me have to work both my quads independently. They're not connected. So both the quads are getting a serious workout. And so same again, I'm gonna burn them. I'm gonna burn them out from a different angle, of course. Instead of me sitting down pressing up, now the weight's on the side of me, right? And each leg I work independently. Now I will tell you the last set. Once again, I'm gonna give my left side more love than my right. But I'm being explosive on the way out. I'm not letting the weight just bring it back. I'm controlling it at a certain tempo. So I'm putting myself in the muscle. Notice how I'm letting that weight slow down. I'm trying to kill the muscle. I'm just putting my mind in the muscle. Mind-muscle connection. Mind-muscle connection. That is key to making gains. Anybody that sit here and say, well, I don't feel it in my leg, I feel it somewhere else. A lot of people don't have the mind-muscle connection, and that's because you don't probably have enough muscle tissue there to really to feel that muscle and to put your mind in that muscle. But if you practice that, if you don't have a foundation of muscle and you start to practice that, you will start to have better control of your muscles. When I'm doing curls, I'm keeping tension on my arm, right? I'm not just letting my arm be loose. I'm putting my mind, I'm keeping tension. I'm contracting the muscle before I even bring the weight up, and I'm keeping it tight on the way down. That's mind-muscle connection. Same when I squat, I try to put my mind in my quads to make my quads fire, my glutes fire. You would get better at that if you practice. But once again, I am frying my quads. I'm frying them. Just going back and forth, frying. You know, taking my time. Really want my legs to grow. Like I say, I do a lot of cardio. So it's one of those things where cardio can hinder that from time to time. But, you know, well, I can say a lot. I only do like 3 times a week now. I usually like 5 times a week. Especially when I start cutting and I cut down my calories. I do a lot of cardio just to try to lose that weight as fast as possible. But I keep my protein high to not have to sacrifice a lot of muscle. But right now, I'm building muscle, so I'm carved up. I'm on creatine again, so you know, I got a lot of energy in that muscle that I need to get out. And I mean, yeah, it's a workout. You can probably see some of the veins in my calves back there. My muscle is getting beat up, man. The leg is full. It's getting full of muscle, full of blood. So I didn't pull the other side up because it was a lady that was watching next to me. I'm like, I don't want to irk her. So now I did some hamstring curls. Nothing heavy, just 25 pounds. Seated, right? So I'm up like this here at an angle, laying down, and pretty much kicking up like this here. Cable machine, resistance. You know, it's a good workout. Just want to fry the hamstrings because, once again, the hamstrings attached to the glutes, like into your lower back. All these muscles in the posterior chain, they run down. So a lot of us, they have hip problems, anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. A lot of that comes from overworked abductor and adductor muscles. So, you know, adducting is together at midline. Abducting is away from midline. Those muscles get worked a lot, and it can dictate how your pelvic sits in your hips, right? But if you have underworked hamstrings or overworked hamstrings as well, the hamstrings are always tight, it can put your pelvis and your hips in a more of a interior tilt, well, posterior tilt, you know, because your hamstrings are very tight. So, you know how some of us, we walk when the hamstrings tight, we kind of walk like this here. Tight hamstring, you can't straighten up. So your pelvic is tilt out. That's more of a post, an anterior post tilt. When you straighten up your abductor muscles and you straighten up these hamstrings, you'll turn that negative tilt into a positive tilt, right? So it's one of those things where training hamstrings can fix a lot of your posture, and also strengthening your abductors. You don't want to overwork them because a lot of those muscles are already overworked, but you still want to train them and train the abductor muscles on the side of your glutes and stuff. You want to train those muscles, and you're going to see me do that here in this video because you want You want your hips to be as strong as possible. You want all those muscles around your pelvic and stuff, right, to be as strong as possible. So you do these exercises for that. And if you don't have access to a gym, you can get resistance bands and, do stuff like lying down, clam raises where you pretty much connect your feet together and, fucking open up your legs like you're laying down, but you're opening up like this here, right? Resistance bands, stuff like that. You can put a band on a squat rack if you got a squat rack, or use some weights and wrap those bands around your legs, sit down and abduct and abduct. There are certain ways you can still train those muscles. Squatting works a lot of it as well. Believe it or not, because it's a hip hinge. It does put your hamstrings in a situation where it works, especially if you're doing a low bar squat. Because with low bar, it's hard to get very, very low to get that stretch reflex where the hamstrings can, contract when you're down a hole like that. But when you do a low bar squat, you're not getting that low. You're getting barely south of parallel. Right here, I'm doing the elliptical. I got some weight in the backpack. I had like 20 pounds in the backpack. I was almost 30 minutes in, 2.5 miles in, taking my time in the elliptical. I did an hour. This is after doing that, burning calories. So that's, I'm talking shit. I had music was playing. I was talking shit. I had put this video on my Facebook, but I was talking shit. Pretty much telling people, man, get up, train your heart. It's not about lifting weights. Having nice arms, right? Having some nice arms and nice legs and stuff. It's a nice chest and abs. That's not important. It's important for strength dictates, your mortality, right? But having a strong heart, that plays a factor. So far, hour and a half in, almost hour and 10 minutes, I burned 673 calories. I'm going to do an additional 30 minutes of training. And the last exercise I did, here we go right here. This is the abductor. So I'm coming in towards midline. I'm working the abductor muscles inside of my legs, right? That connects to the hip. So these muscles right through here. You got to train those muscles. So you bring them in. Now, I'm also going to abduct away from midline. That trains the muscles right here on the outside around your glutes. Your piriformis muscle and all that other shit. And that will balance out your posture along with a good hamstring exercise. You want to do these exercises. So, hour and 35 minutes in, I burned 873 calories. Workout calories, I still got to do 900 steps, but I got all that in throughout the day. Now, this is earlier last week. This is last week, Wednesday, after I got all my stomach virus. 205, just doing singles right now. My goal was to try to press 225 for the first time in like 7 months. This was a PR. The day that I did this, I was sitting at 167, 168. And, I haven't really been lifting 200 plus pounds in months since I hurt myself. But I have been feeling confident. I have been refining how I press. And so the goal was just to press this a few times, see how fast the weight was moving, and to determine if I want to go up and try to press that 225. You guys can go back and watch my videos from a couple years ago. I was doing 225 for reps, but I was almost 200 pounds. And then at my strongest, I was at 215 with a 275 bench. But that's not as impressive as me sitting at 167 today. If I was to press 240 at 167, that would be impressive. This right here is 215 for a single. I'm thinking about it, trying to figure out, do I want to go for it? And I'm like, I'm going to do one more just see how it feels. And notice I'm just psyching myself up, just trying to get back up to pressing heavy weight. Came down, it's a little slow going back up, and notice when that bar goes down, it's coming down, but it's going back up at an angle. It's not going straight up. So then I started to put 220 on the bar, and I'm going to do just a single, 220, came down. It moved pretty good, but I'm like, a little bit of a sticking point right there. I'm like, it's been a while. I'm not quite there yet, but I was happy. And pretty much I'm saying next time, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to try 225 for the first time in months. So I'm anxious for that, so I'm going to get that on camera. And then I did a drop set. I'm going to do, I think, 3 sets, 3x5s with 185. It's been a while since I pressed this weight for reps, so I wanted to get some volume in. So nice and slow. I'm being explosive. going up as fast as hard as I can, but I'm lowering the weight down, keeping a certain tempo, putting my mind in muscle. Like I said, I'm not gonna go to failure because I'm gonna do a lot more pressing and some push-ups on this day. So nothing too crazy. Once again, another set. Just taking it easy, keeping the tempo, and you notice that bar is going down and up at an angle. You can see it. It's down and up. So a lot of people press like this here and it stays in one plane. The Smith machine is a good machine. You gotta have the bar position though. Your bench position, so your elbows can be in this position, not like this here, this position.
I'm going to have to
make your front of Beavis and Butthead here.
Okay. Beavis, can you trade seats with Hector, please?
I thought I had the volume up on here,
Go ahead,
but
Beavis.
I was sounding like Beavis, but I guess. Let me see something.
Motherfuckers dumb ass don't know the girl like him, can't read.
Let me see. There we go. Look.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing? My name is Beavis. Beavis trying to score.
I used to be good with that in school, man, but anyway, back to training. I was watching Beavis and Butthead while I was out there training, just making fun of those fucking idiots. Paramount Plus, good shit in the new seasons. But anyway, I dropped the weight down to 160. Now I'm gonna do as many reps as possible, or M-RAP. You know, just pressing. I'm already the muscles fatigue, so you know it's not gonna take that much to fry me. I think I got like 12 times. But like once again, I'm taking my time, going nice and slow, being as explosive as I can on the eccentric. Nothing too crazy with this weight. And I know somebody say, well, you know, once again, before you're doing a lot of volume, but yes, my chest is the weakest muscle on my body, the weakest one. So I really want to bring it up so volume helps with that. And then this is the final set on the bench, 135. And I think I'm going to get this for 15, maybe 20 reps. You know, but like I said, I'm repping it out, keeping a certain tempo. And like I say, watch that bar. It's going down, up, coming down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain. I'm going at an angle. I'm not going up, you know, and staying right here in the sagittal plane. It's transversing the sagittal plane. It's not going up in a sticking point like this here. And don't worry about what planes mean. Just know that anything from the side of my arms here is sagittal. Anything out to the side in this position here, out to the side is frontal. And when you cross in both planes, that is a transversal plane or multiplanar plane. So something like a fly will be like a multiplanar exercise. You know, you got open chain, closed chains exercises, and that's something that you need to worry about. You know, those that I'm training, online stuff, when I tell them to do like open chain, closed chain exercises, it's because we're building up certain stabilizers and trying to have more of a understanding of how weight and stuff moves. So when you hear me say something like multiplanar or you know open exercise, closed chain exercise, it's just a fancy term for particular muscles being worked, how the body works as a unit, and stuff like that. So anyway, trying to rep out as many reps as I can. Like I say, I'm tired. I'm talking shit, and I'm burnt out. Pretty much fucked the weight, but I was proud of myself. Now we're gonna stress out the pecs and go to an isometric lift. So we want some more stabilizer muscles to get work, and you know I really want the pecs to get some work independently. So 30-pound dumbbells, nothing too crazy. Notice how I'm coming down and coming across. I'm really taking that chest through a full range of motion, trying to contract it at the top, eccentric, and come across to the top, and trying to keep tension on the chest. And notice my arms. I'm not here. I'm about right here, about as wide as I want to go, but I'm at an angle because I'm trying to still work that chest. I don't want to be wide to where I'm not really feeling that chest connection. My elbow stuff is at an angle. Right? So it felt good. 30-pound dumbbells felt good. I'm going to do one more set while I glance at Beavis and Butthead. Nothing too crazy. You know, like I say, you take your time. Dumbbells build a better mind-muscle connection because you have to balance. And you have to incorporate a lot of stabilizer muscles. With compounds, it's the same thing, but with compound lifts, it's a little bit more easier to get stabilized. When you have when you have weight, you know, on independent sides of the body, and your arm got to hold one, this arm got to hold one. Now there's a lot of stabilizers muscles that come to play, like you know your brachialis muscle right here on the bicep. You know, you stabilize your lats, the upper back, especially because that's what you're pressing off of. All of those muscles come into play. They come into play to help stabilize your feet, you know, your core. So the stabilizer is getting to work out. That's why doing free weights like dumbbells and barbells is the best bang for your buck when you're not just doing machine work, because you're getting more stabilizer involvement. So you're working more muscle. Now I decided to do just one arm. I really want to put my mind on my right side because this pec is a little bit lower than this pec here. And of course your heart's on this side, the left side of your chest. So you're going to naturally have more of a shelf here. But a lot of us drive with our left hands. I have a manual car, so this hand always down. This arm is up, and believe it or not, the chest is, you know, this function is to raise and to come across. So when you're up like this all the time, you turn the wheel, this fiber is getting work more than this fiber. So that's why I have more of a divot here than I do here. So that's one of the reasons why I want to get some exercise to that extra level to that right side. Now I'm doing flies, and look, doing dumbbell flies, yes, it's controversial, but I feel like I'm more in tune with the weight than doing the seated cable fly. I get a massive pump though doing that because the cable, you know, add resistance, and I'm gonna do some on my machine when I get done with this. But doing the free weights, I get more of involvement in my muscles and stabilizers to move that weight. But 30 pounds might seem heavy for some. To me, it was right where I need to be. It wasn't too heavy, but it wasn't that light. It was very challenging. So, you know, you rep it out and go through. And, you know, the flies really stretch and open up the chest. So you're getting a lot of micro tears in different angles. When you're pressing this way, you're tearing the fibers a certain way. When you stretch this way, you're tearing the fibers in another way. So you're getting a lot of micro tears, which is a good bang for your buck. And you can always tell when you deplete a muscle because it's hard to make it jump. It's hard to make it to respond after you get done beating it up. So it felt really good, you know. So don't neglect the dumbbell flies. They have a place in a regimen. Chest is full of blood. You can probably see it. So now I decided to go to the cable and hit the fibers one more time with some more flies. And notice I'm not using the whole stack. I'm thinking I'm using 3 plates. So it's like 60 or 70 pounds with the resistance on the cable as well. And notice, once again, I got my elbows down at an angle. My shoulders are down. They're not up. Now, if I were to raise my arms up and go on the pads, it will put my shoulders a little bit more involved. It will hit the upper clavicular head of the pec a little bit more, but I can still get a much more better stretch on the upper pec just by bringing my arms down and going at this angle here versus going up like I used to from time to time and hit it. Not saying that I don't do that still, but I really want to put the chest in the best position possible for it to grow. So that's one of the reasons why I'm keeping my elbows pointed down, shoulders down, activating all these fibers, and I'm going with it. Jeff Cavalier always said you follow the fibers. Following the fibers helps, and so it does. Now, time to work on arms. So 50 pounds on the curl bar. I know somebody can say, well, you ain't going all the way down. Believe it or not, that preacher curl chair, when you get to right here, there's literally no more tension on the bicep. Going all the way down and locking out your elbows down here could cause this bicep tendon to tear from here and go up. So stopping right here is perfect. You don't want to go down and really yank that up. So that's why that's like that. It's all scientific. Literally from the time that weight touch the back of that bar, the chair, the tension come off the bicep. So that bench is designed to keep constant tension on the muscle. So that's why it's like that. And then both hands, 50 pounds, nothing too crazy. Just want to do some overloading in a safe environment. And I'm taking my time being explosive going up. And I'm not just letting the weight drop going down. I'm controlling it going down. That's how you build muscle, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, nothing too crazy. Then I dropped down to some 30-pound dumbbells again because I'm always training with the 20, 25, sometimes 35. So I went and got these 30-pound dumbbells about 3 weeks ago. And they came in handy because I needed some different dumbbells to hit the muscle with a different weight to challenge it. Somebody say, well, at 35, you should be able to do a lot more. Well, it takes a lot longer with biceps to curl big dumbbells like that. So dropping it down by 5 pounds, working on 30-pound dumbbells, it really gives me a really good workout. And I feel my biceps is really taking a liking to that. They're starting to respond to it. So then I got done, looked at the camera, so the camera's recording. I sit back in the chair, and I'm curling some more sets with the 30s again. Going up, going down, just taking my time, putting my mind in my muscle. I'm not just flinging weight like we see a lot of people do. I'm really taking my time and just curling the weight. Putting my mind in the muscle. Keeping the eye on beating butt at the same time, but putting my mind in the muscle. Trying to do as many reps as I can with that weight and not overwork the biceps. Then I got done, dropped the weight down, got some 25s, or no, those 20, no, them 25s. And no, those are 20s, and did more reps. Trying to fill that bicep up. It's pretty much a kill set. Like I say, as many reps as possible, AMRAP, and just going from there. That's how you build muscle, ladies and gentlemen. Repetition build muscle. Yes, strength training will build it. It just takes a lot longer. Doing volume with some serious weight, nothing too heavy, some very, very moderate, you can lift for reps, will build muscles. Then I got down to the 12. Somebody say 12-pound dumbbells, get the fuck. Yes. When you done depleted all of your ATP out of your fucking energy out of your fucking muscle, adenosine triphosphate, that's the molecule. I'm going to use molecule that helps the muscle contract with force. Energy, right? That and glucose in the muscle, right? Glycogen in the muscle. Not glucose, glycogen in the muscle. Same thing, just glycogen in the muscle, glucose in the blood. Sugar. With that combined with water, explosive workout until you deplete all that shit out your muscles. Then you get as soft and flat as a baby. Now I'm doing side lateral raises because guess what? The side delt doesn't get as much love as the front delt. That's why people have big delts. The front sticks out, but then they have no development on the side. Somebody, you can probably see, I got that nice little, let me sit up in my chair. You can probably see from the side, I got a nice little cap going. You can probably see it better on the side. You get the nice little cap going because you're working the side delts. You got to work those side delts if you want nice round, shoulders. Just doing shoulder press like this here, yes, you will build some shoulders. But the front delt is also going to get a lot of work in that. You get enough work in the front delt just by doing a press because the chest attached to the front delt. It attaches up here. So that's why when you do bench press with heavy weight, you feel a lot more in your shoulders up here. That's why. So doing some side lateral raises and any row, any row to the back, any reverse fly, bent over fly like this here, you're going to work the rear delts. Any row, anything that goes reverse like this here works the rear delt. So you want to give the rear delt and the side delt some love. The front delt gets enough of it. Then if you want to do shoulder press, where if you're working on the side delt and the rear delt, you can evenly press the weight and the whole shoulder will get work and the front delt's not doing all the work. That's why doing front lateral raises to me is the dumbest thing you can do. You need to challenge yourself and do side laterals. And you can see how I'm burning myself out. I even dropped the weight down to the 5-pound dumbbells. Burn myself the fuck out. Those were the 12s. Now I'm down to the 5s, I think, right here. And I'm going to do as many more reps as I can. You got to build those shoulders. You want strong shoulders. You got to do side lateral raises. And the only reason why I'm sitting down, because I ain't feel like trying to focus on my core. I really wanted to fry the delts. So that's why I'm sitting down. Nothing too crazy. Just a good workout. And I'm burnt out, but I'm trying to do as many reps as I can. Shoulder is filled up with blood. Those delts, they're filling up with blood right now. So I'm just trying to get every little inch I can out. Now, triceps. So I'm doing single arm skull crushers. Taking my time. Same thing. I'm going to fry my goddamn triceps. Now, normally I'll be on the K machine doing the tricep pull downs. However, I left my bag in the car and it was raining, so I didn't feel like going outside, getting my bag out of my car and getting my tricep rope, my extension rope. Because I take it to the gym a lot of times to work out with the gym because the ropes at the gym are just beat up. So I decided to use dumbbells. I know somebody say, why you have to? Because I want to focus on one individual tricep at a time to put my mind in the tricep. And honestly, I really want to give more love to the left side, and I am. But the right side, I kind of been neglecting, though I'm right side dominant. It gets enough work. It does the majority of the work, but I have been neglecting it. A lot of times I've just been doing my left side for a while, so I want to give my right side some love because I don't want my left side to start to outgrow my right side. It's all about trying to be proportionate with your muscles. Now I'm hitting it from a different angle. Laying across, going to cross my chest like this here. A lot of people say it's stupid, but it actually hit the tricep from a whole different angle. You're actually doing some damage in a different angle. Going this way, yes, it feels good on the tricep this way. But when you bring the cross and stretch it this way, it's a whole different. I feel it more on the inside of the horseshoe than the outside. So give it a try sometime. You want to build a full a full tricep. You want that nice juicy horseshoe. You want that, right? You get that by hitting the tricep at different angles, like I'm doing here. That push-ups and pretty much any pressing movement will build triceps. So, like I said, I'm going just volume, guys, trying to get it in. And once again, for me, this isn't overtraining. For a newbie, this would be a lot of volume. You don't have to do this, right? The reason why I'm doing it, because I'm taking these reps and sets to failure because I'm using dumbbells. I'm not using the barbell. So I can easily just let that dumbbell go when I can't lift it no fucking more. So I'm trying to get all that I can out of this movement. And that 12 pounds was starting to get heavy on the tricep. It was starting to fry. The heavier that weight feels, that means you're doing the job. You're tearing those muscles up so you can't contract and you can't extend. You can't hit the eccentric no more. So you can't contract it or go down to the eccentric once you start to hit failure like that. So notice how I'm putting my hand on the tricep. That's to put my mind in the tricep. That mind muscle connection. Notice how I'm trying to stay stable as possible. It's hard when you got weight going this way, but stabilizers kick in. Your core is going to kick in because you're not trying to go with the weight. You're not trying to come off the bench with the weight. Same thing. I'm going across, thinking about not hitting myself in the fucking face with the weight. And notice it's not that heavy. A lot of times when I do these, the heaviest I go sometimes is 25s. And even then, you can't do that many reps. Now, I could have used the easy bar. I got easy bar right in front of me. You probably can see it. I could have easy bar. Easy bar fucking skull crushers. But once again, I'm trying to individually build the muscles. I don't want my right side to take over. I drop down to the 5s, same thing. And you can see my triceps, how they're contracting and extending. Contracting and extending. Contracting and extending. It's from here to here that's doing the damage. Not from here to here. Because that's contracting. But from the contractive point, right, and going this way, that's doing the damage. So it's like the lat pull down. From here to here, that lat's getting tore up. From here to here, it's contracting. The moment it gets to about from here to about here, that is tearing that lat up. It's a whole different reversal process. So a lot of people think when you go down, you're tearing it up. No. From here up with that skull crusher, you are tearing up that muscle. And it feels good. Like say coming down right here, it's tension, but it's not like this. From here to here, I feel it the most. Right? That's contracted. That's contracted. This is the eccentric. So from here to here. That's a tear. That's why I got my hands on that tricep and put my mind in. And really, like I say, it's really from here to here, trying to contract that muscle. Fighting it going down is tearing, but man, that going out, it's nothing like it. That 5 pounds, I'm overloading the fuck out of, but it feels good. And that 5 pounds is getting fucking heavy. Pretty much done. Now, weighted vest, 40 pounds. What we're about to do, yes, about to do some fucking push-ups. About to get it in. And I'm up. I got the push-up bar. I want to go as low as I can. And it's not as easy as one thing. 40 pounds, man, like seems like a lot of weight, but if you don't have a strong core, it's hard to get up. So I would say choose your vest very lightly. I would say start with like maybe a 10-pound vest and work your way up, even a 5-pound vest. Any overloading will help. But for me, I do a lot of push-ups. I know I have a strong back, strong triceps. So 40 pounds, I knew I could hack it, and I can take the weight out and make it pretty much just a 5-pound vest if I want. But it's kicking my ass because my chest is already fried, and this is the last exercise for the chest. And I always say before the end, I'm doing M-rap, as many reps as possible. And notice I'm going to stop a couple of times because, you know, each set I'm doing is getting less and less and less because I don't have that much energy left in the pecs or in the triceps. So I can only do so many. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take the vest off here in a second because, once again, it's kicking my ass. It's like, damn, I'm talking shit. You guys can hear I was talking cash shit. But I'm trying to go as many reps as possible. Trying to go to failure. And trying not to give in. I'm trying to take it there. Like I said, I want my chest to grow. This helps. Now I'm going to take this vest off because it's killing me. And now I'm going to rep it out. I'm gonna rep everything out. Like it's 40 pounds. It's not overly heavy, but it's heavy fucking enough. You can see it's heavy. It's heavy fucking vest. So put it over there, lay it down, and now it's time to rep this shit out. And so I'm self-talking to myself, keep myself motivated, like, hey, I can do it, you know, gotta stay with it, don't quit, you know. And I love the push-up bar, like I said, I can get lower, I can do a little bit more tear on the chest. And I'm finna rep it out as many as I can do, you know. And at this point, I'm already fatigued, but I'm just trying to do what I can with what I have. I'm trying to stay, you know, as neutral as possible. The camera's at an angle pointing down, so it may like I gotta dip my back, but I don't. I just have a lot of muscles in my upper back, and you know, I have a normal curve. No offense, no homosexual. A lot of people comment a lot of times, women especially. I have one of those butts, so you know, I got that figure to where it slopes out. So it's not like my spine's not neutral. It kind of look like this, but I have a big upper back, and then I got that curve, that little dorsal curve, that normal curve in your lower part of your back. But then I got one of those butts I got from my mama, I guess. My wife loved it. So, but it looked like that. That's why I'm like, my core's not sagging. That's just the way that I'm built. Everybody's built differently. Everybody got different promontories and stuff. They're built differently. And like I said, I'm going to fair, you guys. I can't even trying to wheel myself up, but it's like, fuck, you know. I'm going. I want more. It's time to eat, motherfucker. It's time to eat. Like I say, I'm natural. I'm used to this type of volume, this type of work. It takes time to build this up. Newbies don't have to do this at all. I would never recommend a newbie do what I'm doing. Unless it's best when you new. I'm trying to force more growth right now. So for me, because I have been recovering from injury, I'm pushing myself as hard as I can. So as a natural, you got to do that. And I go back to the gym tomorrow. I haven't worked out since Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm back at tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday going to be a day of cardio. Off Sunday, Monday, back to it, you know, middle of the week. Matter of fact, no, I'm back to work Monday, Tuesday, and then Friday of next week. So this is going to be one of these workouts where I start tomorrow. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A little cardio Saturday, but off day will be Sunday. And working out Monday, Tuesday, then Friday. So 225. Want to try to get 5 reps at 167 pounds. It felt good going down the depth. Low bar squatting. I was proud of myself. This is a PR. First time I hit 225 for reps like this in a very long time. I felt very good. Notice I'm low bar squatting. The camera's at an angle, so that's why it looks like that. And once again, on rack, low bar squatting. I'll try to get a different angle so you guys can see. Now I'm getting down to depth. I'm using regular shoes. I'm not using no elevated heels. So, you know, you can only go so low with normal shoes because we squat in normal shoes a lot of time. We don't squat in elevated heels. But every now and then you might see me in elevated heels because I want to get as low as possible. And a lot of times when you're do a powerlifting meet, you get in the elevated heels. So I pretty much got Jordans on and low bar squatting. Elbows are tucked. They're not back like they were if I hurt myself. And I'm going down. Now, somebody going to probably mention the butt wink. You're going to have a little bit of butt wink. But when you low bar squat, it puts you in an angle like that. And I'm going down as low as I possibly can. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit so you guys can see when I'm in the hole. Because somebody says, oh, that doesn't count. You're not getting down the depth. Well, you got regular shoes on. Parallel is depth. And the camera's at a different angle. So picking it up, 225. Feels good. To be able to rep this again with some reps. So notice I'm going to break at the hips first. Hip hinge back, go down, sit in the hole. That's to depth. Right here, you can clearly see the crease from the hip to the quad. So that's to depth. Taking my time, coming out of the hole. Again, down to depth. But that one, little suspect. Down to depth, parallel, just taking your time. When you're going fast, it looked like it may not be getting to depth. That one was to depth. I actually kind of shifted a little bit. I caught that one. That one is down to depth. So I just wanted to show that. You're going to have a little bit of butt wink. And the bar was sitting a little bit lower than normal. That's why I rarely had that. But we're going to try to get one more set. I dropped the weight down to my body weight. I weigh 168. So that's 170. And I'm tired. But as many reps as I can. Repping it out. Like I say, it's going fast. But trust me, the way the camera's angled, I'm getting down to depth. It's just the camera's sitting at an angle. So it's not like it's sitting low to where you can actually see that. So It's just one of those things, but I'm doing the squats. I'm ripping them out. And like I said, I'm in a low bar position. So it's going to want to push you forward. Then I did 135, just rep out every damn thing. Once again, I got a nice tight upper back shelf. I'm in a low bar position. And keep my chest high, just repping it out. Got my eye on spot on the wall and keeping it there. And beating my quads up. Once again, quads, glutes, squats work wonders. It's the king of all exercises, if you ask my opinion, because it's a lot harder to squat than it's deadlift. Because the weight's up here, it's not from the ground. But you can overload deadlift a lot more easier than you can squats. But the squat and the deadlift to me is a full body builder. But the squats, of course, build legs much more efficiently, like the deadlift builds the back. The lower back especially much more efficiently. But they're both, to me, full body exercises. That's why you don't want to squat and deadlift in the same day for repetitions. Or, in my case, you don't want to try to go very heavy on squat and then try to deadlift the next day and go very heavy, because you don't have a bad fucking time. Real bad time. So, now I'm just pretty much killing the quads. Once again, doing leg extensions. And unlike the gym, both legs work at the same time. Now, I do have an extension on the bench. You guys have seen me do it from time to time again. The same bench I use my preacher curl on. You can take off that arm, and then you can work one leg at a time. And I'm gonna do it on this machine as well. You work one leg at a time, because like I said, you want to build the legs. So, and then doing squats, overloading the legs with heavier weight, and then doing a leg extension really kills the legs. So, but like I said, my chest is the weak point of my body. That's why I'm working on chest. And do a lot of volume on my chest. I don't nearly do as much volume on my legs as I do chest. So, there we go. Doing some more extensions. Nothing crazy. Knows the tempo. I'm keeping a certain tempo. And time and attention. I'm not letting the weight touch. I'm stopping it right before it touch. Right before I lose tension on the leg. Trying to keep the same tempo. Trying to push through it. Pretty much to failure. I'm going to try to get a couple more reps. That's how I know I can't go no more. I can't contract the muscle. So I'm pretty much to failure on that. Now, I think I'm going to do one more set. Then I'm going to do just the left leg. And you see my quads are full of blood. They're full. Full as fuck. You can see that. They're full. Full of blood. Horse quads. So, I moved the bar. Well, actually, I moved the machine. There we go. Stopping it. I thought I edited that out. I guess I did. See, all in real time. All in real time. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It was a fucking leaf of something on the fucking floor. I thought I edited that out. Anyway. Doing one leg at a time. See, even me. Thought you clean stuff up before you put it up. But hey, real time. There's no phony, no fake stuff here. And I'm working that leg. Working, man. Really pushing through. Trying to get that quad to grow and to catch my right side. And I think I'm going to give my right side just a little bit of love. Nothing too crazy, if I recall. No, that was it. Now, deadlift. Now, what I want to point out, I already done warmed up. So this is 285 on the bar. The goal was to do 315 for a single at 168 pounds, and I got it. That's a PR for me. And the pants I got on, it's gonna look like that my lower back is rounded. It's not that. You can clearly see my back is straight and neutral spine. But certain clothes can give this appeal that you might be rounding. Now, the heavier the weight and the lighter you are, you have some rounding in the lower back. That's normal. I mean in the thoracic spine, the middle back. That's normal. You don't want the lower back to round, because that's where a lot of the force is being exerted, and that's the pivot point of the weight. So you might see some flexion in my upper back, not my lower back, and that's normal. But I have big spinal erectors, so you're gonna see me straighten out before I pull the weight. Now, full disclosure, I had warmed up all the way to this weight, so even while you're warming up and you're doing some repetitions, you're gonna lose some elasticity in the muscle in the lower back, because you're already doing some eccentric tearing of the muscle. So it's not going to be as robust as you would see me probably do the first warm-up sets with 135. You probably would have seen a perfect line. So, but anyway, 285, 168 pounds for a single. Wrist straps, because I'm not trying to worry about grip strength right now. Lock it out. I'm easing the weight down. When you deadlift, you want to be this close to the bar. You want to about a half inch to an inch back off the bar. A lot of us be way back, and it causes our lower back to round because we're not on the weight like we need to be. So when you step into the bar, about a half an inch to an inch is where you want to be off the bar. Anything more than that, you might notice that it might start to put a lot of strain on your lower back that you don't want. So now I'm up to 300 pounds. And, you know, I'm getting up. I'm looking at my feet. I'm making sure my feet is there. And the moment I break at the hips to go down to grab that weight, they need to touch the shins and make contact. And they do. And once again, I'm using straps. Once I'm ready to start back hook gripping, I will do that because I love the hook grip. But right now I'm using straps because I will do some more carrying outside. That's one reason why I'm using straps as well. You'll see me do some farmer's walk in a second. You're going to see me straighten my back out before I pull. Right? And, you know, you want to straighten up, sit back, straighten up, just like that, straighten up, and pull. Right? Lock it out, ease it down. Bam. Nice. And now I'm up 315. First time in a long time. I think it's been like 6 months, 7 months since I've done this. So this is a PR for me at 168 pounds, 315 pounds. And it's going to come up. I probably could have did up to about 340. But I don't want to hurt myself right now because I'm still, like I said, I'm still recovering, guys. But it's going the right way. Just taking my time. Straighten up, sit back, pull. Whoop, lock the weight out. It came up easy. So, but I was happy. Like, hell yeah. Now, I'm going to do some volume. So, I drop down 225. I'm sitting back, going up, taking my time, easing the weight down, nice and slow. Concentric, explosive, slow down the eccentric. Concentric, explosive, slow down the eccentric. And at this point, you can probably see my lower back like it's rounding. It's really not rounding. It's just my back is fatigued. So, and those are the muscles. I'm not rounding. And once again, you're going to see me straighten myself out on this as well. Just get some volume. I'm going to straighten out. Straighten as low as I can go. Boom. Come up. Boom. Holding it. Going. Boom. Taking my time. Hamstrings getting a nice workout. But, you know, I don't want you to say, oh, his back is rounding. You know, like I say, I'm fatigued. But it's not that hunchback cat round that people see. Now, my daughter's the cameraman. This is immediately after I got done doing the deadlifts. Came outside, moved my car to the driveway. I went and switched pants, got the Donkey Kong socks on. Same damn day. I kid you not. This is the same day. I got the same shirt on. It was just, I wanted to go outside. And since I was going to be walking down my street, I didn't want to walk in pants. It was warm outside. So I decided to put my army shorts on and walk down the street. So same day, my daughter is the camera person. And I want to say, hey, look, you know, look at my Donkey Kong. You can see how the deadlift bar has scratched my legs up. But I'm talking to my daughter. She asked me some questions. So, you know, I ain't want to put her business out there. She's like, Daddy, why you got the socks on? Daddy, why you doing this? Daddy. And then she started talking about her brother and asking me about, you know, my wife, my mama, you know, what mama's doing. How come mama's not here walking with you? And blah, you know, kids. So, you know, mute that out. So, anyway, this farmer's carry stingamajiggy deadlift you can get at Titan Fitness. That particular machine without weight is like 113 pounds. That vest is 40 pounds, so you do basic math. I got 153 pounds of weight that I'm walking down the road. Now, I cut my grass, and I got done with all this too, so the grass is cut at this point. But, you know, you want to get it in, and walking with weight is not as easy as it seems. You know, it's not. It's a little bit hard to walk with weight. Is that what's going on? Why do I have... That's why it's pausing. Why is 2 OBSs? See this shit here? I got 2 OBSs open the fuck up. That is crazy. That's why my videos, I just not seen that. I hope it don't stop if I close this window out. If it does, I'll pick back up. Yep, give me a second. That's what's going on. Always got to fix something. Is that what's going on? No. Cancel that one. There we go. Okay. Okay, now, there we go. That's better. Guys, that's why I've been pausing. So, anyway, I went and got the kettlebell. 26-pound kettlebell. You know, I wanted to give my left side love. And so, you know, walking down the street. And now I'm putting the right hand and come back. Come back up the street. Like I say, nothing crazy. Just taking my time, coming back up. You got to get your cardio in. You got to get your steps in. I'm sorry. I wonder why it was slowing. I did not look down and see the icon. It was trying to open up another damn window, 2 OBSs. So that's why it kept pausing from time to time. I apologize about that, man. Like, Jesus Christ, it's always something. So anyway, I'm talking to my daughter. She asked a question. You know, getting a nice workout. We Donkey Konging some shit. We Diddy Konging some shit. And we getting it in. So now all of a sudden I added 50 pounds. So now that went up to 163 with a 40-pound vest. So 203 pounds. We're going to walk, and you're going to see the calluses in my hand. And the sidewalk is at a little angle. So if it look like I'm trying to keep balance, yes, you can probably see the sidewalk goes at an angle. So it's not like a straight sidewalk. It's at an angle. So that's why. You can clearly see the sidewalk. My neighbor's driveway, how it goes down. The sidewalk, it stays at an angle going down. So that's why you see how I'm stepping my walking gait. It's kind of like my right and my left are trying to stay in the middle because the sidewalk is at an angle, trying to keep the balance. So I put the weight down. My daughter goes, Daddy, why you stop? She didn't understand that weight is heavy. After you just got done deadlifting, you got calluses on your hands. You got a weighted vest on. You know, it's like 78 degrees outside. I'm already tired. Then I got to cut grass. And this is 3 days in a row that I'm working out. So, you know, it's not as easy as it seems. But anyway, I got to get it in, man. I'm trying to get ready for the summer, right? So I'm going to come back up. And I'm going to stop again because, like, it was really grinding down to my hands. It wasn't a joke at all. Like it was brutal. It was fucking brutal. Anyway, I'm coming back up. You can see how I'm leaning because the sidewalk is at an angle once again. So I put it down, and my daughter said, Daddy, why you stop again? Why you stop again? See, I told her, if you got weight on, you'll stop too. You know, you'll stop too. But fitness, man, staying in shape. You know, it's nothing like it. Getting outside, getting that vitamin D in your life, picking up the weight, coming back up, you know, just having a good time. And like I said, you can see how I'm trying to stay balanced. And I'm going to add some more weight. Put the weight down. Boom. Right? So now I got 2 kettlebells because I took the vest off. So I'm only holding 52 pounds in my hands. So 26, yeah, 52 pounds. So I'm going to walk a little bit faster. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to walk down there, come right back up. And then I'm going to add 50 more pounds to the farmer's walk machine, the deadlift farmer's walk combo. And I'm going to be walking down there with 213 pounds. Because pretty much I'm going to have 100 pounds on the machine. And the machine itself is 113 pounds. So it's, you know, do basic math, it's 213 pounds of weight. I'm going to be walking down and back up. Now, I'm going downhill, but you can clearly see by the road, I'm walking back up a hill. And even though it's a slight upward trek, it's hard. It's hard with that machine, man. Believe it or not, it's not that easy. So coming back up, taking my time, trying to hit my child, walk around the device, sit it down, and now, you know, my daughter's trying to say, Daddy, you got this? I'm like, yep. I got it. She's like, I'm just like, just make sure you get it all on camera, baby, because, you know, people don't believe that your dad does this type of stuff. This is the first time in about a year that I'm walking outside, so it feels good. And the calluses on my hand. I'm gonna go up close and personal here when I get back with the weight. But anyway, going down, trying to straighten out my spine, pick it up, and I'm walking. And like I say, you see, it's 100 pounds in there now. 425-pound place, that's 100 pounds. The machine's 100 pounds. You clearly see that slope. So like I say, trying to stay balanced, trying to walk. Going downhill is not that bad. It's coming back up that motherfucker. That's when it gets you. So, you know, if you're going to start doing stuff like this, my advice is start with very lightweight. Start with dumbbells. Get used to doing this. It really taxes the body. So you have to take your time. And I'm down there. I'm talking like, God damn. The neighbor on the opposite side that you can't see, we're getting his grass cut. And the dude was like, God damn, bro. Look at my daughter. He's like, come on. He's like, God damn, bro. You finna cut grass now when you get done? I'm like, yep, I got work to do, man. Got hard fucking work. Excuse me. So down there, I'm psyching myself up like, come on, man. You got this. You got this, Savar. Come on. Pick it up. You got it. You know, no problem. But once again, it's a mental game. So I'm down there. I'm still trying to figure it out. Then all of a sudden, I'm going to grab the weight. I'm like, all right, I got this. Let's go. I'm going to get halfway up there, and I'm going to stop again. Here we come. Up the hill. I'm going to try to come as far as I can because, like I said, I am tired. This is my third time coming back up with different weights with that machine. Going down with kettlebell is not a problem. But when you start adding weight, it is a motherfucker. When I used to be 213 pounds, I got video of me going down with the trap bar with 315 pounds on there. But trap bar is totally different. When you got weight in the back and in the front on one machine, and this is what power strongman does. This is what strongman does when they do they carries. They train with machines like this. It really is a humbling device because you got weight behind you, weight in the front. You're trying to balance your whole core. Gotta be fired. My hands is like on fire at this point, but I'm coming. I'm like, I ain't gonna give up. I'm not gonna punk out. You know, I'm trying to just tell myself, hey, I'm almost at the house. I got it. I'm gonna squat down, pick it up, and I'm gonna come all the way up to the house. I'm just, gonna grind it on out, man. I'm coming. Look at my face. I'm grimacing because my hands is like, killing me, bro. You're killing me. Come on up, drop it down, and then wait till you see my hands, man. Like, my hands is like, fuck. Look at the calluses, man. Like, yeah. Like, they was not having it. And then the last walk down, see my calf muscles, man, and last walk down with the kettlebell came back. Now, full disclosure, after this, my wife and my son came outside. We all started talking. Went inside the house. I did do some dumbbell rolls. I did a T-bar roll. I also did a lat pull down, and I put the dumbbells on my quads, were right about my knees, and did some calf raises, and then that ended my exercise. I didn't get that on camera because my wife and my kids in the garage, and my wife had this thing about putting her and the kids on camera from time to time. And I get that, trolls and stuff, and I'm not that big on wanting to put a lot of people on camera that don't want to be on camera. I'm not that big on just putting people in my personal life like that anyway. But I did do those exercises once I got done doing this. So that was my workout, man, the last couple of weeks. Now, I go back to the gym tomorrow, full disclosure. I go back tomorrow, and I'm not going to be recording the next 2 weeks. And the reason being why I'm not going to record the next 2 weeks is simple. I want to go in, really get a good workout in. I'm not worried about the camera. I just want to go from one exercise to the next and really push myself to see how far I have been progressing over the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to do that the next 2 weeks. And then after the second week, I'll start recording. So 3 weeks from now, I'll start back doing another 2-week recording series. And that way you guys see my progress and everything. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments down below, any questions you have. If you want any fitness advice, email me at savarmatnerfitness@gmail.com. If you want any custom programs, email me there. Tell me what you're trying to get. I'll write your program. You can pay me via Cash App. I send you the program. Good to go. Yeah, anytime you want a revision on the program because you're progressing and you're learning and stuff, it's free. It's free. As many revisions as you want. But other than that, man, I'm a natural, so I'm geared to the naturals. I don't take steroids. So if you come to me because you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you come to the wrong guy. I'm a natural builder. Not bodybuilding, but I'm a natural guy that trains in the gym to build his body. So technically, you can say bodybuilding. You're building muscle, you're technically bodybuilding, but I'm not competing in bodybuilding. I'm not trying to do bodybuilding. But if you're trying to get into health and fitness and you're trying to get very healthy, you got any questions, savarmatnerfitness@gmail.com. Email me anytime you want. I'll get back with you. And other than that, guys, hope you all enjoy. Until the next fitness episode, this has been your boy, Savar Matner. I am out, guys. Peace.